Why did having a second job stop looking like a struggle and start looking normal? For a long time, one stable job was the goal. Today, for millions of Americans, one job no longer feels enough. That is why side hustles became normal. Not just as extra money, but as a new way to think about work, security, and control. In the past, the ideal career was simple. You got one steady job. You stayed with one company. And in return, you hoped for stable pay, health benefits, and maybe a pension. That model used to feel realistic. Now it feels weaker. Wages feel tighter. Costs feel higher. Jobs feel less secure. And technology makes extra work easier than ever. So the side hustle is no longer unusual. For many people, it is part of modern life. To understand why side hustles became normal, we only need to look at 5 big changes: pay pressure, rising costs, easy digital tools, less trust in employers, and the growing need for freedom and future-proof skills. This change did not happen because people suddenly became more ambitious. It happened because the old work system changed. In the old model, one job was supposed to support one life. In the new model, one job often feels fragile. So people started building a second stream of income. Then that second stream became normal. And eventually, it became part of the culture. Years ago, a second job was often hidden. People even had a word for it: moonlighting. It meant working after hours, quietly. A second job could look like disloyalty. Your main job was supposed to be your real identity. Today, that idea is much weaker. Now, extra work is often seen as smart. It can look like independence. It can look like ambition. It can even look like personal growth. So the meaning changed. What used to look like financial trouble now often looks like modern responsibility. One of the biggest reasons is simple. For many people, one paycheck does not stretch like it used to. Housing costs rose. Groceries rose. Education costs rose. Daily life got more expensive. But wages did not rise at the same speed. That creates pressure. Even people with full-time jobs can still feel behind. So a side hustle becomes less of a choice and more of a gap filler. Not because people want more work, because they need more income. In the past, starting a small business was hard. You needed money. You needed a location. You needed customers nearby. Today, that barrier is much lower. A phone can be a storefront. A laptop can be a business. Someone can sell products online, offer freelance services, teach a skill, drive, deliver, design, edit, coach, or consult. Technology turned extra income into something more accessible. That matters. Because once side hustles became easier to start, more people tried them. And once more people tried them, they became normal. The old career model depended on trust. You gave a company your time. The company gave you stability. That trust is weaker now. Layoffs happen faster. Automation changes roles. Companies can cut costs quickly. So relying on one employer feels risky. If all your income comes from one place, one decision can hurt your entire life. That is why side hustles feel safer. They create a backup. They reduce dependence on one paycheck. They turn one source of income into two. And psychologically, that feels more stable than loyalty alone. Money is a big reason, but it is not the only reason. Many people want more control over their time, skills, and identity. A main job may pay the bills, but it may not feel personal. A side hustle can feel different. It can feel creative. It can feel flexible. It can feel like something you actually own. That matters in a world where many jobs feel standardized and replaceable. The side hustle becomes more than income. It becomes a form of autonomy. A way to say, I am not only my job title. I can build something outside the system too. Work is changing fast. Technology changes what skills matter. Automation removes some tasks. Artificial intelligence changes how work gets done. That creates uncertainty. People do not just want extra income. They also want extra options. A side hustle lets people test new skills in the real world. It can help someone learn marketing, sales, design, content, coding, or customer service. So the side hustle becomes practice for the future. It is not only about surviving this month. It is also about staying useful in the next version of the economy. Side hustles became normal because the old promise of work got weaker, while the tools to earn outside your job got stronger. When one paycheck feels less reliable, costs keep rising, and technology makes extra income easier, people naturally build multiple ways to earn. That is the bigger shift. The side hustle is not just a trend. It is the modern response to economic pressure, lower job trust, and the need for more control. And once millions of people start doing that at the same time, it stops being unusual. It becomes the new normal. Side hustles became normal because work changed. One job no longer feels as secure, as sufficient, or as personal as it once did. So people adapted. They built backup income. They built flexibility. They built ownership. In a world of higher costs and permanent uncertainty, the side hustle is no longer just extra work. For many people, it is how modern work actually works. This is Simplexplain, complex ideas, simply explained.